appreciate y'all for tuning in, bro. We about to get to it, man. It's gonna be a good episode.
Bolo! Yes. Before we get started with this video, huge shout out to DistroKid. DistroKid is sponsoring this video. If you guys want to go ahead and get your stuff out to the public and get it so everybody can hear your beats or hear your album or hear whatever you got, DistroKid is the place to go. They got plans starting for the low and they go up from there. But if you're an artist, producer, writer, whatever, make sure you holler at DistroKid and get one of their plans to release your records. DistroKid. Click the link in the bottom of the description. One thing that I can say about Mr. Brother Metaphor over here is that he's been somebody I've known. How long I've known you for? It's only like 10 years now, right?
About 10.
About 10 years now.
Oh, you have the spot over there on Peter Street.
Yeah. Shout out to I Am Music.
Oh, you know, to make some money. And all that,
I had the If y'all don't know, you know, I'm bald now, but I had the dreads back then. You know, I had hang time too. I was down here. Yeah, I've known him for about 10 years now, and he's one of the few people that have worked with, you know, so many people in the game. So humble, but his beats are disrespectful. They that hard. They disrespectful, man. And you know what I'm saying? You heard some of his stuff on plenty of albums. You know, we know you did a lot of stuff for Ross, right?
Yeah.
Who else have you worked with?
So one of my biggest joints is Ali Boumaier with Game, 2 Chainz and Ross on it. You know, that joint was on the Jesus Peace album. It's on Grand Theft Auto 5 and all that. I got started with Jeezy. You know what I mean? Jeezy kind of put me in the game. Like, when I pulled up to play beats for Jeezy, he did Beautiful over that weekend with Game. Came back the next week, played it, then was like, yo, they want you to send some joints for his album. So, you know, they shot a folder of 40 of my joints, and that's how Ali Boumaier came about. And you know, everything else kind of rolled from there.
Like, what's some other notable artists that you work with, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the kids out here will know who Black Metaphors work with.
Isaiah Rashad, French Montana, man, Boosie, Trey the Truth, Saya, man, the list go on. I got my own artist now, King Elway. Man, it's a lot, bro. Like, I really be forgetting. One of my favorites was Nip. You know, we didn't really have anything come out, but you know, we did a lot of work. Mike and Keys and my brothers, you know what I'm saying? So,
man.
Yeah, it's a blessing. Oh, I did play beats for Jay-Z, bro, on the Magna Carta album. Yeah, bro, I was up there like 4 days. On the 3rd day is when he came to the studio, and I remember when you walk in the door, and I seen Timbaland standing on the other side on the console. I believe Guru was there, Hip Hop was there, and he was sitting at the far end of the table. And when I came in, bro, he got up and walked over to the door, bro, and greeted me, introduced himself, and said, yo, I heard a lot of nice things about you, bro. What you got for me? I was 23, bro. Like, that whole experience was crazy.
For all you new producers, there is hope down the road for you guys. You just got to keep working. And like, before we even started filming, we were talking a little bit. You were saying that your second beat on Logic.
Yeah, it was Richest Gangster. Yeah, that was the second beat, bro. I had just started smoking weed. I had just learned how to roll up. I had spent my whole refund check. I went to Best Buy and got an iMac and got Logic. Cause you know I had an intern for Justice League.
Shout out to Rook, Coleon.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Hometown, Tampa, Florida, Justice League. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to those guys. So you did the internship with them and learned a lot.
Yeah, I learned a lot. And I seen the workflow on Logic, so I knew I always wanted it. When I started smoking weed, that made me say, fuck it, bro. I'm finna use this whole refund check. Just go get
Now listen, it does not mean you have to smoke weed.
Nah, you don't have to, but you gotta take chances for yourself.
Yes,
you know
do.
It just,
Yeah.
I was always scared to spin, whatever, you know. So I went and got that, bro, and the second beat I made on it was Richest Gangster. And within a matter of that 2 months, that first 2 months on it, I made Richest Gangster, I made Sanctuary, I made The Beautiful Beat, I made Ali Boumaier. Like, all of them shits was like in the same month.
Of course, you know, I'm digging everything you got because you know I'm an MPC guy. For all the new producers, now you say you worked on Logic. Do you think that using a specific piece of equipment or certain software is going to make you a better producer?
No, not at all. Not at all. Hey, my homies will tell you, bro, I done used like 10 different dogs and my beats sound the same on all of them. Like, well, the type of beat I make, like maybe the texture or the sonics might be a little different, but the type of beat, like, it's the same in Reason. Logic, Machine, like whatever, it's the same process. Gear not gonna make you better.
All right, so let me ask you this. Do you hear a specific type of a swing using the MP versus anything else, or it's pretty much the same?
Yeah, like I had this conversation the other day, like honestly, no, bro. Like if you put some straight 8 hi-hats on here and you put some straight 8 hi-hats on the computer, it's the same for the most part. Like I feel like the swing legacy that the MPC got is from how people was using it. Like how it's so easy to just put your quantize on 50% and then record it and it'll quantize, but it'll be a little off. Then you could like slide it off beat from there. But like a lot of the swing techniques that I use apply in any DAW, like sliding samples off beat, slide hi-hats and shit off beat. Here is just a little bit easier and more natural. You could do it in a more natural way. It ain't no latency when you hit these pads.
That is correct.
So it's easy to play hi-hats without quantizing them. And I ain't gonna sit here and tell somebody it got some kind of magical swing.
Do you hear a difference in the sound?
Definitely. Night and day, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
Night and day. Being a fan of like Diplomats and Hove and Beans, Jadakiss, all of that, like them beats, like the texture that they had, like the grittiness is what I always wanted when I started. But you know, I started on the computer. So all these years, you spend all these hours learning all these plugins, learning how to mix, learn by side chaining and all that, just to get kind of close. And then I bought this joint last year, bro, and the first beat I made on it, I'm like, oh, bro, like all the hours of mixing that I used to have to do on a beat, bro, it like low pass, high pass, clean the sound up, maybe shorten the snare or something with the envelope, and that's it, bro.
But you are using JJOS?
Yeah,
okay,
definitely. Gotta have that.
I know you've been using Machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your process with Machine, and then you have the MP, essentially the real MP, not the software, whatever.
Yeah.
Why would you choose the MPC over the Machina software?
Just the sound, bro. That's it.
That's it.
Because everything about Machina, bro, I love it. Like the screens, the favorite section, like how you might have sounds and you could favorite them bitches. So every time you making a beat, you scroll through those, or you know the plug-in preset pack, so you could browse Omnisphere on there and then like preview the sounds and all of that. Like I feel like for the computer, I feel like Machine is probably the most comprehensive. It's like Ableton Push and the MP put together. As far as hardware go, like with JJOS, you know they done updated the workflow so much to where I really do the same thing on here that I was doing on Machine. Like it really ain't no difference.
What's one thing that you can say to your younger self as a producer first starting out? What would you have done differently starting out?
Don't overthink it. You know, I feel like we all went through that period where we like overthink our beats at first. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like with any kind of craft. You know, like you learning, like you trying to learn different techniques, figure out how to do something or all of this. But like later on, as I you know got my skills and all that together,
yeah,
it just became about, bro, just sit down and make a beat. Like don't necessarily think about what you're doing. Like sometimes when I'm going through samples, I might be like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I like the way it sounds, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, and then I'll skip it. But it's like the times when I just chop it up and just do whatever and just come up with something.
And you're a producer a lot of people know for like just, you know, chopping. What was that moment that said, man, I want to start making beats like that?
My uncle had put me on to Beanie Siegel. I was in band, and one summer he came home bumping Beanie Siegel, What's Your Life Like, with the French horns in it. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? So that whole summer, it was like 03, so I want to say Styles P, Gangsta and the Gentleman came out, the Blueprint 2 was out, Diplomatic Community came out. It was like that summer. So that shit was just an overload of beats. So fast forward, like the second half of my senior year, this same uncle, my little sister was taking piano lessons, and I had learned how to play a song off Black Album on it. And he was at the crib and he was like, yo, you know they got programs you can make beats on the computer? And I was like, oh, bro, for real, you can make beats on the computer? So like, ever since that moment, I knew that I wanted to make beats. I wanted to be good at making beats. Like I wanted to make beats better than Ninth Wonder or Just Blaze. You know, actually being a producer wasn't necessarily the goal. Like I ain't really know nothing about it. I just knew that I wanted to have nice beats. Then I ended up getting an internship with Justice League, and I kind of seen like the lifestyle and the work ethic, you know, kind of how they operate every day.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
Have you had any like real problems with like clearances, or you kind of let the label do it, or like what's pretty much like the standard procedure, like stuff that you have to go through with that?
The label clears it. You just gotta turn in your sample information.
Yeah.
But you do want to be careful about who you sample. I haven't had any issues where songs didn't come out other than one time.
Yeah.
I had a joint with 2 Chainz and Nas, bro. on both too. They didn't clear it, bro.
Oh no!
Yeah, bro.
2 Chainz and Nas.
2013, bro.
In 2013. This is when Chainz was like
That's what I'm saying, bro.
hot. Nas was
That's what I'm saying, bro.
hot. And they didn't clear the sample.
They clear the sample, bro. I mean, it be like that sometimes. For me, bro, my approach be I want to make beats that they can't say no to. So if they want the beat bad enough, they gonna do what they gotta do to clear it. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta hear something. Like I gotta hear something. I know y'all guys are like, okay, I know you be asking all these questions, but we gotta hear something. And I know he already has some stuff. So I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know if he's gonna cook up. I don't know if he's gonna play, but we're gonna hear something. And just all I want to just see is just like your process on how you would, you know, say normally do stuff. Just see you cook up something that's just gonna be super dope.
Yeah, I'll probably play some joints, cook up, bro. It's whatever, bro. We here.
So you just sampling everything in right now.
Yeah, recording this shit in here, bro. You know, record that joint in. If you're on the computer, you know, you just slide it in there, whatever, pause.
Pause. Yeah.
So yeah, bro, from here, bro, this is where the easy part that you.
Because we got the laser chop with the JJOS. I already know.
I'm here already. Like the slice points on here ain't connected, so if I move the starter one, there's gonna be a gap at the end. So
For real?
Yeah. So I just, you know.
But it's still you can still put in like how you old school, you just put it like in mono and so that way.
Yeah, it do that. Yeah.
It's automatic. You have to set it on here.
Nah, you can put the program on mono.
Okay.
I already put it on there.
You see this NPC talk. You know, some of y'all don't know nothing about that.
Yeah. Easy though. Easy.
It's real easy.
Same as FL, bro. It's just
Yeah.
like the little box that pop up when you click the sounds. You got
Yeah.
the pitch. You got all the same shit.
People think it's like rocket science, but it's
Nah,
not.
bro. It's not. FL is rocket science, bro. It's easy to use, bro. But like looking at that, shit, bro, that shit look crazy.
I was on FL for like 5 years though. But you know, once you learn it,
Yeah. I did my year bid in there.
You did your year bid?
I did my year in there. Cap tempo. This one be a whole
Just like that. Just
boom, bro. I got kits already.
Have you ever like with your drums? Do you go ahead and just use like one shots, or do you use loops and anything like that?
A little bit of both. Mostly one shots, but like sometimes with percussion, you know, you use like loops or whatever. Hi-hat loops. You might chop a drum loop, throw some drums on top of that. You know what I mean?
the machine along with that, and you basically saying you're just using the machine as a slave.
Mm-hmm. You pass me that black bag over there real quick?
The black bag.
Yeah, let me get the black bag.
We are going in the black bag. He's using the MPC with the machine software. Got the MPC controlling it. Look at this. Look at this.
Change this to audio track. It's already recording the inputs, so let's hit record. Mute this joint, bro. Now it's in here.
Where to find you at on Instagram?
Man, IG at Black Metaphor, Twitter at Black Metaphor, website www.blackmetaphor.net. Go get that new Ross album, Richer Than I Ever Been. I produced the title track on there, number 11. I got an instrumental album coming soon. Make sure y'all tune in and get that when it drop. Make sure y'all check out my artist, King Elway. You know what I mean? We just dropped It Feel Holy. He just dropped a whole tape called Grand Theft Audio, Jacking for Beats. It's like a couple original joints on there. Then we got our next project, Too Soulful. It's on the way. Black Metaphor TV. That's my YouTube. I'm finna get it popping. It's like 2 videos on there now. You know, this one right here, I promise y'all I'm gonna get y'all some more content after this. We're gonna make it happen, bro.
Yes, sir.